Hi there, Adam here. This month's XDA Developers TV is brought to you by the Samsung Smart App Challenge 2012. Enter for your chance to win your part of over $4 million in cash prizes by clicking the banner at the top of xdadevelopers.com or by visiting developer.samsung.com. If at first you don't succeed, release it anyways and call it beta. Hi there, Adam here. Today we're going to talk about Illumination Software Creator. Now, Illumination Software Creator allows extremely rapid prototyping of Android applications. And this week, it has gone open source. So this week we take a particular interest in the Illumination Software Creator. So let's get started. Alright, so the first thing we need to do is to go to the Illumination website. And here we'll want to click the Illumination button and then download whichever one suits your platform. Now, once you've downloaded it, you can install it just like you would any other application on your platform. On here, I'll use the Ubuntu Software Center. And password is required. I'm going to take this off screen. And now Illumination Software Center is installed. So now that we have Illumination Software Center installed, what we'll do is we'll start with this new project here, and you'll notice it's a pretty simple layout. So we have this window here. We can click the Design Window button, and we can add new buttons and new labels, text boxes and text fields to it, progress bars, canvas, and web browsers as well. But for today, we're pretty much just going to focus on the layout of many forms inside of an Android application. So what we'll do is we'll start with this one button right here, and it's just called Button. And you'll notice we now have an option, Button Clicked. So we need to do something with that button clicked. We'll add a new window, and we can put a text field and progress bar or whatever here, and another button, and then that window's been designed. So we'll link it up and cause that click action to open up our new window, and this can be continued indefinitely by taking the button clicked over to the button open. So now you might be thinking, okay, this is a little bit like that Google Crap Inventor that they came out with, but it really isn't, because this can export projects, and you can actually build a whole Android project out of this in an Eclipse environment. Let me export this really quick. Alright, and here's our new Android application. Now you'll notice this is a total Eclipse layout. So what we'll have to do is we will go into Eclipse and then import existing projects into Workspace, and then browse back to that new Android application. Click OK and finish. And so here we have our new application exported into Eclipse, and you can see here it's actually generated the Java code required to run the application. And you can see here when you do an on-click, it launches ISC Window 5, and you can see here ISC Window 5 will set the new content view and generate the buttons. And in our res/layout/XML file, you can see that it's actually generated all the XML required to run. Now, there is one problem with this, because it generates the antiquated absolute layout, which is not quite supported by our graphical layout anymore. That was something that's kind of a throwback from an old version of Android. I expect that since it's open source now, someone will pick that up and kind of bring it more up to speed. Another problem that I'm seeing is I would kind of like to see this as an Eclipse plugin, because when you've generated the software here, when you've made your application in the Illumination Software Creator, you'll notice that it doesn't quite integrate as well as it should what should happen is you should be able to use this as a plug-in to your Eclipse. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to close all this out and get our virtual machine over here, and we will test this app. And if all worked right, we should be able to hit this button, and it brings us to our new screen, our new view that we generated in the Illumination Software Creator. And if we hit this button right here, it should bring us back to the first. So you see these linking actions that it's doing right here will carry over directly into the Eclipse program. So what this is it's a great way you can actually start up an application before you do any coding whatsoever. You can have a whole application and graphical user interface generated. So what we've done today is leveraging the power of Illumination Software Creator. We were actually able to make an application that does something without touching a single line of code. And in my mind, that's pretty fantastic. So that's all for this episode. You can add me to your circles on Google+. Visit plus.atomoutler.com. And don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Until next time, hack on.